Hello vegan adventurers, welcome to another exciting video from a vegan cruise trip. Today we're gonna be exploring Stockholm, capital of Sweden, which is the last city we're gonna visit. Let's get started! Only about 15 minutes of walking from the cruise ship, we got to these nice woods with these amazing trails. And here we got to this place called Jurkiko Garden, which is pretty much a graveyard for pets, mainly dogs and cats, but there are also other pets buried here like rabbits, turtles and parrots. Interesting that people treat some animals with such respect as humans, but then they eat others for dinner. Sweden, similarly to Finland, is protecting its environment really good. They have 69% of its area forested, which is the second highest in Europe after Finland. Even though the wood export is the main part of Sweden's economy, they still know how to replenish its resources and protect it. Swedish people, like other Scandinavian countries, have very active and adventurous lifestyle. Same like in Tallinn and Helsinki, I was also planning to swim here today, but it's too windy and cold today. We can see some touristic boat going through this river channel, which reminded me of Riga in Latvia. As you know us, we prefer to go to nature and parks over city center and buildings. It seems like Stockholm has plenty of it. We've been walking through nature most of the time now. Here we entered another forest, which is pretty close to city center, and we saw some deer here. And here we're having some lunch from a vegan cruise ship, so I have just some SOS free potatoes because the other ones were too oily for me. And Sanya has some scrambled tofu with mushrooms and some bread. And here we got to this nice umbrella shaped tree, which I decided to climb. Here I found some wall for bouldering, so as you can see there is plenty of opportunities to do some interesting things in nature. Bet I'm having way more fun here than people who took the guided tours through museums of Stockholm. Here we got to this park with many statues and flowers, and there is also, I think, museum inside. So I think this is one of the most popular landmarks of Stockholm. And here we got to this big vegetable garden area, which was basically in the park, and there was no fence in between, and they're even growing artichokes, which I've never seen growing before. So as you know, I'm gardening myself back in Serbia, and I see they're using straw as a mulch to prevent the weeds. And here I even see some baskets, so I'm not sure if anybody can just come here and pick some vegetables that they want, or you have to pay for it, but it would be a great idea to put it as a free service. But on the other hand, we see some people still exploiting animals here. Many Swedish people are still eating meat, and we even saw a zoo down the road, so they are not as conscious as you might think. And here you can see the city center of Stockholm, just on the other side with the high buildings, but we're not gonna go there today, we're just gonna go around it. And here you can see another example how wild animals can live in symbiosis with humans. According to maps.me, there was supposed to be a beach here, but I saw only some water bikes here and there was nobody swimming around here. Imagine if all the other wild animals like deer, foxes, wolves, bears could live in harmony with humans like these ducks over here. It's been a long day exploring Stockholm today, and we're gonna make slowly our way back to the ship through these parks. And here we see a map of Stockholm, so we started somewhere over here, we went through this park down along the coastline until this bridge over here which we crossed and got to this half island where we had lunch, where I was climbing, where we saw those gardens and statues. There's also this huge zoo full of enslaved animals, so they should stop it. And we made our way back around through this bridge along the city center, then up through these parks until this big open field where we're standing right now. Alright, now we made it back to the ship and now we're just enjoying the surroundings as we're sailing through the Swedish fjords. Over here you can see the forest and the coastline where we started walking today. There was a pretty big hiking loop today. So even though Sweden is far from being perfect, people here still eat meat and other animal products, still have a zoos. There seems to be more concern about environment than other countries. Protection of forests and the management of trash seems to be on a very high level, as well as the infrastructure and the possibilities for leisure, which also seems to be the case in other Scandinavian countries. This is only my impression from one day spent here, so again, I would have to spend here a longer time to make a better conclusions. Over here you can see how close we are passing by this island. Literally less than 100 meters to the shoreline. I could just swim there, and I'm surprised that the water is deep enough for this big ship. It was also surprising to see that people build their houses on this little island so far out into the sea when they have so much more land available inland. It was an amazing experience to sail through these amazing fjords with so many islands and forests around. I don't think there is a better way of exploring these fjords than sailing through here with a vegan cruise ship. I heard that Norway has even more impressive fjords with high cliffs, and we actually plan to travel there in autumn, so definitely make sure you stay tuned for those videos. And here we are having one of our last dinners on a vegan cruise ship with our new friends that we made through these team games that we played. You're around like-minded, compassionate vegans, so it's a great opportunity to make new friends. We traveled to so many places in just 10 days, and you have taken care of food and accommodation, and the food was great. You have so many options. You can either eat really healthy like SOS free or even raw, or you can eat unhealthy, the latest stuff like Beyond Burger, sausages, pizzas, tacos. They have everything. Alright, vegan adventures, that's it for exploring Stockholm. It was one of the longer vlogs, but it was our last city to explore. Next, we're just gonna travel back to Kiel, where we're gonna spend the whole day on the ship. So definitely stay tuned for that video. And as always, stay healthy and stay adventurous.